The velvet note. When I discovered the messages, I didn't scream. I didn't even cry. I just sat on the edge of our bed, staring at my husband's phone, scrolling through hearts and late-night promises he'd sent to another woman. It wasn't shock I'd suspected for months. The sudden business trips, the perfume clinging faintly to his shirts, the way he avoided my eyes when I asked simple questions. No, what shocked me was how calm I felt. Adrian thought I was oblivious. That was his first mistake. I kept playing the part. I kissed him goodbye in the mornings, cooked his favorite meals, listened to his empty stories. He still strutted around like the perfect husband, so sure of himself. He loved one thing above all, his reputation. The golden man, the charmer, the one everyone admired. I knew exactly how to take that away. I started collecting. Screenshots of messages, copies of hotel receipts, a selfie he had foolishly taken with his mistress in a mirror, every little shard of betrayal tucked safely away. I didn't confront him, not yet. Revenge is best served under bright lights. And I knew the perfect stage, the annual company gala. Adrian had been bragging for weeks. He was the keynote speaker, the star of the show. Investors, clients, journalists, even the mayor would be there. When I volunteered to help with the slideshow, he barely looked up from his phone. Sure, babe, he said, as if granting me a favor. He had no idea he just handed me the knife. The night of the gala, I wore a velvet dress the color of midnight, elegant enough to stand out, subtle enough to keep me hidden until I was ready. Adrian beamed from the stage, charming the crowd with his usual tricks. Laughter, applause. They adored him. The slideshow began. The first slide, clean graphs, polished branding. He relaxed in his element. Then I pressed the button. The screen filled with an image of him in a hotel room, shirt half unbuttoned, kissing his mistress. Gasps, murmurs, the clatter of a glass falling somewhere in the back. Adrian froze. This is. Click, screenshots of his late-night texts projected 10 feet high. You're the only one I dream about. Click, hotel receipts with dates that matched the nights he'd sworn he was working late. The room turned on him. Journalists scrambled for photos. The mayor frowned. His mask cracked wide open. I walked onto the stage, heels clicking against the wood. My hands didn't shake, my voice didn't waver. Ladies and gentlemen, I said, my words carrying clearly through the microphone, this is my husband. This is the man you've trusted to represent you. Now you know who he really is. The silence that followed was sharper than applause. I handed the microphone back to him, turned and walked away. I didn't need to watch the pieces fall. By morning, the photos were everywhere. Viral. Adrian resigned in disgrace. The mistress vanished. Friends stopped calling. And me, I flourished. With the settlement money and the sympathy of a public that loved my quiet composure, I opened my own design studio. A dream I had shelved for his career, finally alive in my own name. People sometimes ask if I regret it. I don't. He built his life on lies. All I did was give him the spotlight he craved. And let him hang himself in it.